Welcome to this instructional video from ICI. My name is Chef Humberto Guardiola, and in this video we're going to show you how to do an Espagnole sauce. This is one of the 5 mother sauces, and this is a little complicated one because we need to create a pinçage. Well, what is a pinçage, right? A pinçage is a caramelizing of a mirepoix. But what is a mirepoix? Well, a mirepoix is 50% onions, 25% celery, and 25% carrots. So what we're gonna do, first of all, we're gonna add enough oil to cover the bottom of our pan, and then as soon as it's hot, we're gonna start caramelizing our vegetables. Now, there is a sequence that you wanna do this to enhance the colors and achieve more flavor. Onions has more sugars than celery and carrots. So we're gonna start with the one that has more fiber, all right? That is gonna take a little longer to caramelize. So we're gonna start with the carrots, all right? And you wanna hear that sizzling sound. Once the carrots starts getting color, we're gonna add our onions, and lastly, our celery. The process between caramelizing the carrots and the onions is gonna take around 10 minutes, and then we are going to add our celery for another 3 minutes. As you can see in here, we are seeing how the carrots are starting to get color, so we're gonna add our onions. Once our carrots and our onions are getting caramelized, we're gonna add our celery, and we're gonna caramelize it, and then add our pinçage. Once our mirepoix is 80% caramelized, we're gonna finish the caramelization process with our tomato paste. This is what's gonna call a pinçage, where the browning of the mirepoix and the tomato paste. This is also going to be critical, as this, as you can see, is creating a fond. This is going to give us a beautiful flavor and color into our pans. So once we have our pinçage done, we have a nice browning of our tomato paste with our mirepoix. We are going to deglaze that beautiful fond. With what? We're gonna deglaze it with a red wine. Right now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna utilize something more heavy so I can get it. And as you notice, I'm adding just little at a time because I want that liquid to fall into my pan and start creating bubbles immediately. That is what's gonna help deglaze perfectly this, all right? If you add it all at once, that liquid is gonna bring the temperature of our pan way too down, and it's not gonna get all those flavors out of there, all right? We're gonna reduce the wine, and as you can see, look at that beautiful rich dark color. That is something that we want. And now we're gonna add our brown stock that we have already warm. And you can see in here, almost instantly when we added the brown stock to our pinçage, you can see that beautiful color. What I'm gonna do now, my stock is already in a boil. I'm gonna add my cold roux. We're using a brown roux. Remember the 3 stages of the roux. The white, which we use for a bechamel, the blonde, which we use for a velouté, and now this dark roux or brown roux, we're gonna add to our dark or brown stock to make our Espagnole. All right? Remember, roux has to be at an opposite temperature of the liquid. If the liquid is hot, the roux's gotta be at room temperature. If the liquid is cold, the roux's gotta be hot. Now we have incorporated our roux to our sauce. We're gonna add our aromatic, our sachet de peas, and we're gonna let it cook for around 45 minutes to let the flavors develop and cook out the flavor of the roux. After 45 minutes, we have in here a beautiful nappe in our sauce. All the flavors have developed. You see even the color has even gotten stronger. All right, so we're now gonna proceed to remove our sachet de peas, and we are going to strain our sauce. You can strain it with this colander. You can strain it with a chinoise. And if you really want to make sure that you get all those little lumps, you can even use a chinoise with a cheesecloth. Now that we have strained this really nice, we're going to proceed to season our Espagnole sauce with salt, black pepper, and look at that gorgeous color. Look at that gorgeous texture. If only you can smell how delicious it smells from here. So this is an Espagnole. We can finish this, make it into a demi-glace when we add half Espagnole, half brown stock, and then we reduce it by half. So I hope you learned a really great sauce.